Welcome, everybody. Come on in and have a seat. My name is SisterlyThrower, and no long, lengthy intro this time. Oh god, this game looks beautiful. We're just gonna be here, getting back into game. Mitchell, thank you for 30-month sub on a 29-month streak. And that's some. Thank you. Farewell, 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 nobody. Go under, out, but send a stand. Can't brotherly catch her, but I can't dispute. Are you having a stroke? I just broke my brain trying to read. Oh, I should not pull my gun here, probably. Okay, so let me break the audio here. Mic is on, we stand. Yeah, man. I'm a professional today. So here's what we're gonna do. We are really focusing on doing as much of this game as we can, so we are lightweight cheating here. I've got a list of side quests here that just that we're just gonna go through. I'm gonna go as far as starting it, but I'm not going to reveal anything to you guys. The first thing we're going to look at here is our so we're going to work on this. Okay. So Embassy Lounge on the Presidium. I don't know what that means. I think the bar is right by the embassies. So this is for the serviceman who wants the body of his wife back. And I wanted to wait for this just because I figure as a Spectre now, I might have a little bit more juice to be able to talk to this guy. Oh yeah, I'm seeing something over there. Oscar. Okay.
My goodness, you're Commander Shepard. Your
That's
activities
right.
made for quite a briefing in the diplomatic corps. Is there something I can do to assist you?
Trying to help this poor guy get his wife
Yes.
back.
A man named Samesh Bhatia is having some trouble claiming his wife's body.
Ah, Mr. Bhatia. A good man in an understandably frustrating position.
Eater.
I
Oh,
wish I
pumpkin
could help
eater.
him. Serviceman Nirali Bhatia died on Eden Prime, as Mr. Bhatia no doubt told you.
Right.
Her wounds are inconsistent with any type of weapon damage we've seen before. That is why her body is being held.
You think her body might be dangerous or contaminated?
No, Commander. Nirali Bhatia is not dangerous. Her body is in fact extremely valuable to the Alliance. The
Dude.
tests we're conducting may lead to better defenses against Geth attacks. Respectfully, Serviceman Bhatia may save more lives in death than she did in life.
I understand what you're trying to do, but holding the body is wrong.
Commander, you of all people should understand how far we must go to protect humanity.
See, you know there's only one right way to go, where even these are all, like, in the same vein. Like, you're betraying the dead. I know that's the angry response.
Not if we lose our humanity in the process. I'm out there fighting to stop crap like this.
All right, Commander. You win. It was hard enough refusing Mr. Bhatia. I'm not
I am
gonna
still
risk
wearing
an insult
glasses.
by
Still some
refusing.
problem with my eyes
Tell
right now.
Samesh that the body is being shipped back to Earth. I'll go now to see to it myself.
Right. Let's go grab Samesh and tell him the good news. I'm saying that right. Samesh, I believe. Yes, Samesh. Okay. Good news.
Hello again, Commander. Has there been any word?
I reminded Mr. Bosker what we're fighting for. Your wife is coming home.
Thank you.
Immediately yells.
I will return home and begin my preparations. It does not bring me happiness, but it may bring me peace. Goodbye, Commander.
I mean, to kiss your
Sinesh?
eyes better? I mean,
I don't know if this helps, but your wife, Nerali, loved you very much. She missed your cooking, and she played recordings of you every night before she went to sleep.
oh my
I know
god.
this, but thank you. It's nice to hear it again.
That's so sweet. Alright, like just real talk, like confession time here. I used to do crap like that when my wife and I were apart when I was in college in Columbus and she was here, Cleveland. So we didn't technically get this quest yet. So I want to say I think I remember where this is. This has to do with the Asari consort. The one that we were talking about with the Elcor diplomat the other day. Putting him in a very compromising position. That's cool. That's a Krogan right there. I see Mass Effect has still not yet perfected the idea of companions following you. Because Ashley's over there. Come on, Garrus. You and me will handle this together.
That's nothing. I've had my office rearranged 5 times now. 5 times?
I remember I did have a hoodie that I would give to my wife. She'd wear it for, you know, a couple weeks whenever she was, you know, going to bed or something, and just being able to smell like she was there with me. I'm sorry if that sounds creepy, but it was the truth. It's helped me stay sane. I can't with all this guy crap. So
Yeah, ever since Fist took over, I don't go anymore. Seems like all the best bounties.
Welcome. I am Naylina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
only slightly creepy. Alright. Well,
Commander Shepard, I'm with the Spectres.
Excellent. You should hear something in 3 or 4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What do you do here, Nalina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
how is a very loaded question here, but full steam
What
ahead.
exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
I don't remember this in the first game.
I'd like to try out your services.
Excellent. I'll add you to our client list. We should be able to see you in
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much a
3 or
problem.
4 months.
Nobody's worth that much of a wait.
Well, that's not for me to judge. I have your name and you'll be contacted. Is there anything else?
What is the consort? What does she do?
It's difficult to explain. She's many things to many people, and something different for each. Some seek her for advice, some for entertainment, others still for pleasure. Most of the time, our clients won't realize what they were seeking until after she has provided it for them.
Is she mystical?
Make her sound like some kind of oracle.
No, not in the usual sense. She's merely a woman with remarkable compassion and a generous spirit. I suggest you make an appointment and see for yourself.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
This is...
Nelina,
Yes, Shaira?
send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with him.
Yes, of
Ah.
course, mistress.
I remember this now.
Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
Why? Maybe later.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you.
This is my first time. I can't believe I'd even come sooner.
This is absolutely a brothel.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
That's cool. I'm sure he's not dead. You guys both with me here? Need witnesses in case she does something freaky to me.
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Cora's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
This your boo thing? Nope.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
Not interested.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be...
Why are you
very
so
pleased.
close to my face? Oh, is she hugging me? Oh.
Now I must ask
I know
you
what
to
human
leave.
touch feels
I have
like.
many clients waiting to see me.
What in the is this like a bed couch thing? Oh my god, what if you got in this and farted? Alright, let's keep it going. God, this game is so pretty. Goodbye, attendant. Goodbye, clients. I have to admit I'm a little nervous. That's okay. That is okay.
Few are ever asked to aid Shaira. It's quite an honor.
What do you know about the General?
He's been seeing the consort for longer than I can remember.
Okay.
Then one day, he stormed out of here furious. He hasn't been back since. He was always very respectful to the acolytes, very noble.
Lady Gaga on the way to the Grammys 2013.
I think I'm done here.
Of course, come back anytime.
Alright, so we're going to address this quest immediately and go straight back to Cora's den. Can you guys believe this? This is like 1/1000th of the Citadel. None. Alright. Cora's den was down in the wards. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. Wrong game, man. Wrong game. I know what you're talking about, though. That's funny. Wait, did I go the wrong... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I went the wrong way. How's it going, Luke? You get your editing done over the weekend? There are 2 quest markers in here.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can.
What do you
Hit a
want?
subscribe, and if you enjoyed, hit the like button.
What's bothering you, General?
I've seen a lot of horrible things in my days, and there's only one woman in this damn galaxy that helps me forget it.
Okay.
Pathetic. What could a woman do to put you in this state?
Oh,
She
Garrus.
rejected me, Septimus Oraka, General of the Turian Fleet.
Okay. You got, like, no editing done? Dude, what's your problem? See, when it comes to situations like this where you want people to do something specific, you have to tell them, yeah, you're pathetic. You have to make them feel like you're on their side, even if you disagree with what they're doing. So we're gonna say, I understand.
I think I can see why you're upset, but spreading these lies won't make it better.
Look, kid, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but don't waste your time.
Forget this. Get a grip.
General, did you ever win a battle by moping in a bar?
War. That's what this feels like, all right. How did I let it come to this? So you think it's that easy? Just straighten up and act like a general?
Yeah, kinda.
Demo couldn't hurt.
Maybe you're right, Commander.
Imagine getting upset that someone made their own choice and didn't want to date you. That's just people, that's not just men.
This is no place for someone of your stature, General.
All right, I'll go to her after I've had a cold shower or 2. Say, you're a bright kid.
This man.
Would you be interested in earning a few extra credits?
Depends.
What do you want me to do?
There's an Elcor diplomat out there who believes Shaira gave up his secrets.
Oh, what you said is wrong. That's okay, that's what you had me for.
I told him, look, I just need you to convince him of the truth.
What makes you think he'll believe me?
You'll bring him proof. Take this data pad. It shows where I got my info. It will exonerate Shaira and convince the Elcor.
Who am I taking it to, and where is he?
His name is Zaltan. He's an Elcor diplomat. He's over in the embassies complaining about Shaira. Well, here's to soldiers acting like soldiers. Thanks, Commander. You know, you might make a good general yourself one day.
Well, the quest line continues. However... something going on back here. Oh, right. Pickle. Oh, that's for the reporter lady. Right. Okay. Well, let's get out of here and let's not get too confused on what we're doing here. We spoke to Septimus, so he's gonna back off. So now let's go bother Zaltan and tell him that it's all Septimus's fault. You wish it was nap time? Go take a nap. Okay, embassies are over this way. Did you sit up and read and get back on that book club life like we were talking about?
Strained greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving, I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Not true. Look at this.
Confused.
You did my...
This is difficult.
I almost said you did my makeup?
If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover.
What
my
theme or
secret.
color did you go with today?
Septimus
He'll
is a powerful
be
man, and it wasn't easy for him
fine.
to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an
Go
honest
be
mistake.
fine.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human.
Son, I barely check my own Instagram.
Thankful.
I had like 9 clients
That
today.
was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, then not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way.
Oh, right. Now we have to go back to Shaira. So, instead of editing, what were you doing then, Lukey Boo? Oh wait, wasn't that right across the bridge? Oh, there is a rapid transit right outside. Huh.
It was a long time ago, though. I barely remember.
Excuse me. I talked to the guy who's angry at you, and I fixed it, and I did the good thing.
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Elcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become.
Uh-oh.
I see the sadness behind your eyes. It tells a story that makes me want to weep. Pain and loss, but it drives you, makes you strong.
Sounds like a
That
con
strength
woman.
is what kept you alive when everyone around you was dying. You alone survived. You will continue to survive. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
You're still gonna pay me, right?
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words.
One of the people
Here,
understand
Commander.
us. We have to
In light
make
of
sure
your
this marathon is
efforts with
going
the
as
Elcor
well.
ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
What is it?
A small mystery. I've never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you. Remember my words, Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
Just make sure there's nothing left in the office here. Let's keep going. See, this is the other thing, good thing about doing all these side quests now too, is I can make sure that I get all the decryption points. And my intro is not a lie. Ooh. Unity is like a super important ability. It restores dead squad members. Outro, whatever. Sounds like you need a social media team. There are a lot of things I need. And Garrus. Let's keep it going. Can you work for the low price of free? Something here. Apparently. Boards. Gotta go visit the dock. About $1 a week. I don't know, that's a little pricey for my blood.
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long. Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
Oh, Commander Shepard. I didn't see you come in.
Who was that on the vid? What do they want?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
Let's hear it.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed
Only
any
$18.50 an
charges.
hour.
They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out. Now they are blackmailing me. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license.
Best I can do is $20 once.
Maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him, but won't they expose my past?
I'll make sure they don't tell anyone.
I was told to speak with a merchant named Morlan down in the markets.
Best I can do is a single tweet for 20 bucks.
Commander, thank you.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought...
Oh, wait.
I chose to keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military.
Let me take a look at
Of
what...
course.
I forgot about this. We gotta go find Morlan over in the markets. The best tweet he's ever sent. I mean the best tweet Mitchell's ever sent, or the best tweet I've ever sent? Oh, since we're here. What's up, Emily?
Word on the street is that you've been busy. Congratulations on taking down Fist. I was sure he was a big player in anything going on here. Did you find anything in his office that could help me?
These OSDs might have the information you're looking for.
You've got Fist files? This could be even bigger than I'd hoped.
Yeah, blow the whistle on everybody.
Trouble.
You good at your job?
What would my future cooperation be worth? Say, an interview when my investigation is over?
Exclusive? You talk to me before you talk to anyone else?
That's what
That
exclusive
would be
means.
worth quite a bit, and I'd be very happy to compensate you accordingly. Here you are. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go see what's on these discs.
Just massive amounts of pornography. Did I scan you? Apparently I did. Maybe the lower mark? Yeah, there's a Moreland over here. Sorry, buddy, I just need to take a peek over here real quick. And right, we're back here. Okay. Moreland, what's up?
Hello there. Welcome to Moreland's famous shop. You want
Tentacle
many
porn
good
not weird
supplies,
in this
yes?
world?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Change of plans.
A change, but the doctor... I don't... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Moreland. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Leave the
God, my
doctor
voice just
alone.
blew out on me there.
We can end this if you just
Your
leave
worst
the supplies.
nightmare.
Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
That's fascinating.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
I'm Batman.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
This is always good. It's so expensive. It's what I was saying about it being fascinating. What is her secret was she was giving away medical supplies to free clinics in poor areas. Supplies that were not hers, supplies that were purchased by like large clinics. She was giving out the supplies. She was basically stealing supplies and giving them out to poor clinics. You know, she was Robin Hooding it, as it were.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander.
And it's
Thank you.
fascinating too because
I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines. Sound familiar?
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
I wonder if the captain knows him.
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to
if
you.
you don't have that Paragon option, that actually opens up a firefight in the wards. And it's really hard because in the Sanity mode, that's the first time you've ever dealt with a Krogan, and it's in really close quarters, and it's actually a tough fight. Okay. So there's the good doctor. Which, funny enough, is actually a show I want to watch. That we can't do yet. Oh shoot, that one we did. Okay. I see. Good Doctor is great. Freddie Highmore is stellar. I'm all caught up the other day. It's on Hulu. Oh, that's good. Your Discord link almost spells a Furby. Yeah, it's not a Furby, it's a Furby. Here. Oh no, that's the merchant over here. Excuse me, requisitions. Oh, Ashley, get out of my way.
Well, no, not exactly. Hey there. Oh, you're not C-Sec, are you? Did you want something?
What were you trying to explain to the officer before?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I thought we were friends.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home.
Uh-oh.
Just waiting for a chance.
To
I
kill
don't care
you?
what anyone thinks. He wants
I
me
mean,
gone. I know it.
alright.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better.
I always know better.
His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
Anybody recognize that name?
Shorban. That's the guy who asked us to scan the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
Bastard! Bastard!
I better look into this right away. Find out what he's up to.
Anything
He's scanning the
possible with
Keepers.
Shorban these
That
days.
bastard!
Well, good luck.
Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun with this. Alright, we're just gonna take a quick look around here just because we're still on the hunt for, I believe it's 7 more Keepers. The day was incredibly long. It was not as intense as I thought it was going to be. I had to assess a new kid today, and of course, that's always kind of a hit or miss situation, and it's not
Hello, Commander.
it's not like I dislike the kid or I'm like upset at the kid or anything. It's just always a little iffy here or there about what exactly it is that's going to look like, trying to assess a kid who may not want to have anything to do with you, but very nice kid. We're going to be working together for a while. Let's go over to the markets. And we find Jalid. Or Chorbin. We're finding Chorbin. That's the person we are finding. Is Chorbin. Chorbin, person we are finding. Teenager.
Commander, I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
You can start by telling me the truth, Shorbin.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
We're not buying it. Jalid told us you've been after him.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
No, but you're gonna tell me. Everything.
You boys can go. Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you
I'll
think,
say.
Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
How so?
Keep talking.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the keepers?
What's so special about that?
The keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct. After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
I'm not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings.
Okay.
But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
So you're just trying to get back what Jalid already stole.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn. And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
I suppose a little scanning here and there won't hurt anyone?
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid. The data you're gathering for me is useless if Jalid won't help me analyze it.
I'll go have a chat with him right now.
Thank you. And happy scanning,
I
Commander.
didn't want to kill the quest line in the middle, and I think you can here. Is this exactly how you played this game when you first played it? Define exactly. And this is a little hard to answer just because I've played this game so many times. Oh god, yes. Absolutely yes. No question about it. Always the good choices. That's why the stream's literally tagged as good characters. You're making the good choice.
Hello again. Did you have any luck finding Shorbin?
I found out you've been lying to me, Jalid.
Lying? Why would I lie to you?
What about the keeper data?
He told you? I didn't mean for any of this
Oh,
to happen.
I'm getting fancy now.
I was afraid Shorbin would kill me to get the data, so well, I was hoping you'd take care of it.
Ah, you want me to be an informal hitman.
I'm scanning the keepers for Shorbin, but you two need to stop fighting.
You're helping us? But, well, if you say so.
I do say so.
Well, if Shorbin can forgive and forget, then so can I. I appreciate the help, Commander. I better go get that data analyzed.
Yeah. Alrighty. That's how some humans are. Besides, it's going to be that much better of a Better of a comparison here, especially when I do a Renegade playthrough. Okay. Just looking through here just to make sure. Dead. I don't think there are any humans who make perfect choices always and have zero flaws. Well, that's the thing too here is, have I really made perfect choices? I've yelled at people when I haven't intended to. I've made the aggressive choices in what I'm saying to them, even though I don't mean to. I'm not perfect. But I'm choosing to try to uphold what is good and right and moral. I think that'll be the fastest way there. Like 7 to 8 months, but yes, it's going to be a long year of Mass Effect. One place we still haven't gone yet. Well, actually, 3 places we still haven't gone yet. First off, believe something in the hallway here. No, there isn't. I'm stupid. You as a human are choosing the path of perfection, so you're choosing to make your character boring. Why is it boring? I don't find it boring at all. I mean, in the midst of overwhelming and often suffocating circumstances, it's a question of, can I still make the right choice?
Hey, good to see another human in here.
Can I still...
Welcome to Flux. Name's Doran.
Ox 5, yo, what's going on, my guy? Ox 5, it's been a while. What are you doing?
Is this a casino?
Among other things, yes.
How's life with you?
We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
Is this a casino?
Oh god, I'm stupid.
We've got some quasar stations.
Are you the owner?
Owner, cook, and bartender. I've even been known to dance a little when the mood strikes me.
Aw, shit.
We've got some quasar stations, if you're interested.
Goodbye.
Enjoy your time.
Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. So, what can I do?
It's not realistic, he's a stooge. But I am making the choice because he makes the choice that I tell him to make. So it is in effect my choice.
What are you discussing with the Volus?
Who, Doran? Oh, I was just asking him about my sister. See, she worked for Doran before she left to... Sorry, I don't want to bore you with my problems.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Well, okay. My sister Jenna left here to go work at Cora's Den. The problem is, she's working as an informant for CSEC. You know, eavesdropping on the people there. If they find out what she's doing, they'll kill her.
That's not good.
It's a dangerous job.
That's what I've been telling her. I don't know. Sometimes I think she stays there just to spite me.
Do you know who her contact at CSEC is?
No, it's all very secret. Last time I asked an officer, he told me to stay out of it, for Jenna's safety.
Maybe I could help her understand just how dangerous Cora's Den is.
I'll go there and shoot her.
Just don't tell her I sent you. Well, I should get back to work before I get in trouble. Thanks.
Someone rigged this machine to funnel credits their way. I'll run a trace.
You guys want to see Quasar? I know it's your choice, but you're not Shepard. You can choose how you're developing and defining his character, and choosing only good guy responses, even if it's probably not what Shepard would do. How do you know what Shepard would do? How do you know he wouldn't choose the good guy responses? Basically, it's blackjack. Instead of 21, it's 20. Blackjack rules, I should say. Well, that's the beauty of playing a game like this is not about the one true path, because there is no one true path. But this is the path that I'm choosing to take because I want to see what the consequences are, the psychology of trying to be a morally good person in the midst of circumstances that you and I will probably never see in our lives. Hold on, I'm trying to remember how to get to Cora's Den. I never said that what I'm choosing was the perfect path. I just said I'm choosing it as my path. That is horribly reductionist to say in the face of a traumatic background. Is it based in absolute falsehood? No. There is some truth to what you're saying, but you are very much oversimplifying things.
Hi, I'll be with you in just a sec.
I'll wait right here.
Why do I get the feeling you're not here to order drinks?
Why is part of your hair transparent?
I need to talk to you about your work with CSEC.
I don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get back to my customers.
This isn't a game, Jenna. These people are dangerous.
Now you sound like my sister. Why is everyone so concerned about me? I can take care of myself. I need to go. I'm not a stripper. I don't get paid to stand around and look pretty.
Charming girl.
If you've got questions about Jenna, meet me at CSEC Academy.
Are you talking to me?
Push off. I never did nothing to you. Damn newcomers. Think they can run the place.
To CSEC Academy we go.
What the hell was all that about?
I guess we'd better go find out.
Typing in a stream chat has never stopped you before. When I work with people who have these traumatic backgrounds, like what's been described here, and sometimes even worse, then it's never a question of, you know, why wouldn't he be talking to you? Shepard, it was literally, I never understood that.
Detective Chelik, come into my... No offense, Commander, but what the hell were you thinking?
It was actually a dumb move. I never agreed with the way Shepard handled this.
I don't follow you.
You could have blown Jenna's cover.
We were there to help her.
I gathered that. It might seem cold letting her take all the risk, but we're keeping a close eye on her.
Do you really need to risk her life to get the information you want?
This job isn't easy and it's usually unpleasant. I'll take help anywhere I can find it. But since you're so concerned with her safety, maybe there's a way we can help each other.
What'd you have in mind?
Nice to see you're still working all the angles, Chelik.
As part of the job. Now, are you gonna help me or not?
You're a smart guy, Chelik. Figure out another way.
I do have several contingencies. She's just my option A. I'll cut her loose, even get her out of Cora's den, no strings attached. But that still leaves my case unsolved. I could still use your help.
I'll help you, but I need some details.
I'm trying to track down an illegal arms producer. I just need some of their product. Thanks to Jenna's intel, I've learned there's a seller here on the Citadel.
Okay.
Meet our man named Jax. Pick up the mods and bring them back here. That'll give me everything I need.
Is this Jenna's job or is she a plant? Because that would change things. It made it sound like she was working at Flux with her sister, and then CSEC came calling and said, hey, do you want to help us out? And she said, yeah.
Why are you so concerned about these mods?
We have access to some of the most sophisticated weaponry there is. It's what gives us our edge. What do you suppose happens when we lose that edge? These give criminals an advantage we can't afford to let them keep.
I'll persuade Jax to tell me where these mods are coming from.
No. You tip Jax off and all my leads will disappear faster than you can say bad bust.
Where can I find this Jax?
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Dopalicious. Stick with that right now. Yeah. Not like she's being blackmailed or anything. She can do what she wants. You know, I go back and forth with myself, honestly, about what exactly it is that is fair to say here for her. CSEC is investigating a woman named Helena Blake. No hard evidence against her. Words of correction. Powerful criminal element on the Citadel. She was last seen near the Emporium on the Presidium. It gets a civilian out of the way of putting themselves in danger. I feel like that's a no-brainer here. Why is everything cool on the downstairs level of the...
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
Do you have the X mods?
Show them the merchandise.
Looks good.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
I'm taking you in, Jax.
It's a sting. Bastards set us up. The hell are you playing at?
Just kidding.
Sorry, Jax. This is the end for you.
Stupid ass army.
I don't think this is what CSEC actually wanted. Oh my god, I actually died. Holy crap. She's an adult and she consents to it. You don't need to white knight. No, you don't. If I don't do something and she dies, I don't know if I'd be able to forgive myself for that.
You got my payment?
Do you have the X mods?
Looks good.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
Here you go.
Here you go. Enjoy it. Come on, boys. We're done here.
That's how differently these encounters can go.
Commander, I hear you have something for me.
Here's your shipment, Chelik.
Excellent. This is everything I need. Maybe more than I need. Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it, and you've earned some payment for your work. I appreciate your help. It shows a lot of integrity. You didn't need to do anything after I let Jenna go. Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
Financial District. That's another place we haven't been to yet. You texted me the E3 schedule. I have not had a chance to look at it yet. Probably by the tower. That over there, see what we can see. Crap. Season C2 Citadel out. Citadel?
Where there was only darkness, the enkindlers gave light. Where there was only ignorance, the enkindlers gave wisdom.
A monument to the mass relays. Kind of cool. Think the financial district's over here? But like we talked about, I'm not going to be here for the one day of E3 because I'll be in Washington, D.C. Shameless plug, you can catch me, Lethal One Up, Cat Brett, and Void Stars in Washington, D.C. next Saturday. We'll be speaking at the Mental Health America Conference at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. It will be live streamed, and you can check out the presentation we're doing.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes?
Oh, Stars
You are the one
13th?
called Shepherd. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable.
So this is a supposed agent of the Shadow Broker, who's an information dealer of the highest order.
Here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Barla Vaughn. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I've heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepherd, and you're right. But Rex has already told you far more than I know about this. I am sorry, but I have nothing else to offer.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
It literally says right here in the picture you texted me, it starts on June 12th. And I'm gonna miss Ubisoft and Gearbox.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed.
Probably more content for AC
For
and
example,
Watch Dogs.
Suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition.
I'll watch
for his own
Microsoft and
personal
Bethesda.
gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
You know what? I'm just gonna watch all of them. I don't even care.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope you will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no
Doesn't
matter how many
Gearbox
secrets you
do
buy,
Borderlands?
never win.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
Just Dance 2022.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Just imagining living life on a giant space station. That's just amazing to me. Truly, truly amazing.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Del. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Duke Nukem. Half-Life. I honestly forgot they did that. Oh my goodness, it's Helena Blake.
Got a moment? Hello, Spectre. I have a business proposition for you.
How did you know I'm a Spectre?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles.
This was
I'm
the name we got
acquainted
off that
with a pair of
decryption.
Powerful crime bosses. They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
Find someone else to do your dirty work. I want no part of a gang war.
Here are the coordinates, nonetheless. What you do with them is your decision. Could you really let these men live, knowing that you can stop them? Goodbye, Commander. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Gotta look around here for my keeper buddies. James Bond game. Oh, I get it. This is the Asari Consort's chamber up here. I see. So we're tracking the signal that came from that funny looking gambling machine over at Flux. Probably more of a direct, yeah. We'll check out down here anyways.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Can I level up again? Oh. Ah, there we go.
So how are you liking your posting at the academy?
It's good. Busy there. Looks like they bounced their signal.
Now the financial district.
I'll trace a new signal.
Is back where we
Coming
were.
up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
God, that armor looks so cool. I truthfully don't know what anybody's doing. I'm afraid that the Microsoft presentation is going to be like nothing but Bethesda. Like, Bethesda's cool and all, but if that's what it is, I'm going to be kind of sad. I really wish I could run in this game. What do they have? I mean, I know they're still doing updates for Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
This is it. Let's see if we can find out where those stolen credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
That could be a problem.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're not just a program or a VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Sorry, that took me a second to figure that out. There we go. And everything we can in Charm. We have the Unity ability. So for right now, let's do that. And let's do that. Garrus. Alrighty then. Alright, so we got that. Okay, we're gonna go try to find all the keepers now. Really bothering me that I'm missing some. I have a couple ideas on where to look. But... I don't think I've ever been back through that door. Oh dear God, I'm an idiot. Yes, I have. I have a map for these, yes, just because these stupid things always wind up annoying the bejesus out of me to the point where I rage. Get irrationally angry. Fable, Halo, Gear 6, Flight Simulator. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Anybody else going to be watching the conferences?
I hope he's okay. I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
The Traverse is a rough
I'm
place.
Commander
You're out there quite a
Shepard.
bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Neither one of those options leaves a lot of hope.
I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
If your brother's still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
What are you expecting from Nintendo? Sorry, my mind is suddenly blank on every Nintendo IP that I've ever, heard of, ever. missing 2 here. Oh, duh. I think I figured it out. Expecting Breath of the Wild 2 and Mario Kart 9. Those I think are the only locks. We'll probably get some Pokemon updates too. No new fighters for Smash, you think? Okay, let's holster the guns. 35th anniversary of Donkey Kong, so maybe a new Donkey Kong game. My god. You know, not too long ago, I was playing with someone, or I was working with someone who was playing the original Tropical Freeze for the Wii. I knew it. That's what confused me about this, was because I knew I was in that room and I clicked on him, but I didn't actually have the scanner yet. Silly, 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 silly me. Okay, I know where the last one is, so we're going to leave that one go for now. Okay. 40-minute Nintendo Direct followed by a 3-hour Treehouse Live. Splatoon 3, Bayonetta 3, Kirby Air Ride, new mainline Mario. Ow. Pikmin. Never played the original Pikmin. Maybe more content for Luigi's Haunted Mansion 3.
Why were you tossed out of there?
Doran didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
I know Doran. If he says you're cheating, you're cheating.
I was just tipping the scales in my favor, only as an experiment.
It still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
I think I'll take my chances the old-fashioned way.
Suit yourself. Well, I have some calculations to do. Goodbye. Ah, change your mind? You gonna help me record those wins?
I think I'll take my chances, the old fat.
Okay, so apparently this is still a quest line here, so...
Ah, change your mind? You gonna help me record those wins?
Can you do that?
It's illegal. I just need a few more wins recorded.
I think I'll take my chance.
Ah, change your mind? You gonna help me record those?
Can you do that?
I just need a few more wins recorded.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
Why don't you just sell the device then?
What? No. This device is archaic. It uses brute force to achieve its goal. Besides, you saw how...
Metroid Prime 4.
My system, when it's complete, will be far more efficient and completely undetectable.
What's in this for me?
Keep your winnings. That should be payment enough, I think.
Does the device help me win?
Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
I'll help you out.
Ah. Here you go. Of course, if you get caught with the well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
Just want to complete the quest, you know? Oh yeah, I'm already 20 credits in a hole. Xenoblade 3? Oh, God, I have to get to those games eventually. Wait, what if I gave it to Duran?
Hey there, welcome to Flex.
Hello again. Can I help you?
I've got something you might be interested in.
Let me see that. You got that from Shells, didn't you? I saw him using it earlier. Tossed him out on his ass for it, too. Thanks for bringing this to me.
Cheaters shouldn't prosper.
I agree with you on that. Thanks again. Take a few shots at the Quasar.
Announced in 2017, that was never shown again. I know, like, they announced it was basically starting from square one a few years ago.
I should be going.
Enjoy your time here at Flux.
Hey, good to see another human in here.
Sorry, Shells.
So, did you record 5 wins with the device yet?
Actually, I gave your device to Doran.
But that was years of work. What am I gonna do now?
Maybe you should put your talents to better use.
Yeah.
This is absolutely the worst day of my life.
Oh, whatever. Okay. Okay. Good news. We're ready to keep going. think I know where we're going, but I'm actually not sure now that I think about it. Well, that's not true. I do know one more place we have to go, just to really finish off the...
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Oh, God. Ah. Please. Ah, frick. Wanted to complete
I've
the...
got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Anything else?
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything. Yes, Commander.
Oh, wait.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seem to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance.
Good lord, he folded quickly on that.
He turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
This is a cover-up if I ever heard one.
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
I might look into it later.
Is there anything else, Commander?
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no.
You dating the enemy's daughter, but sure, you're playing.
Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Alright, as Mitchell was able to put together, it's time for us to go pick up my boo thing. And I'm up over the first notch now in Charm. Cool. And now the ship is mine.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Completely ignoring what Joker says there.
100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
Now we do things my way. Fight Club every night.
This is
you lose, you get ejected out the
We have
airlock.
our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy. For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped. And I promise you all, we will stop him.
Yeah.
Commander, Captain will be proud.
The captain gave up everything.
He doesn't matter anymore.
We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Oh, lordy. Alright.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same
Goodbye.
team here, Presley.
With all
Shape
due
up,
respect,
dude.
sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we gotta go pick up my boo thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Alright, well, we're gonna go pick up Liara first. Oh, good lord, that's right. You actually have to search for where you're supposed to be going. I forgot about that. Level 1 pressure hazard. Okay. God, I'm remembering this now. Stream's meant to be over soon. Hopefully you can find her in time. We're gonna try. Okay, so you actually have to go planet by planet and see, like this one we have the option to survey. Matriarch's writings recovered. You were scanning the planet Portland when the strange signal came from Orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard and found one of Matriarch Dilanaga's writings in its storage compartment. So some of those are real simple. You survey, that's it. Some of them have nothing. And some, oh god. Some of them have asteroid belts, and in certain places, safe, you can find little, presents here. We survey a large deposit of titanium. Look at Fargalus here. And a large concentration of xenon. Let's land on Sharjila. We'll take Garrison Ashley. Okay. This is honestly one of the biggest parts of this game that I've been waiting for. We are now in the Mako. This thing was the biggest hassle in the original game. Controlled like a wet fart in a dry paper bag, and it was pretty god-awful to have to manage. So, what is it here? Stronghold, anomaly, debris. You can actually set little flags there. Did I really not level you guys up? You think it still controls plurally? Let's give her a shot. That's the gun. Oh, that's the rocket. Oh god, it's a twin stick driver. Alright, let's give this a shot. Oh, that's I don't remember it. Oh, wait, yeah, it did. And we got the turbo. I forgot. It's a little smoother, but not a whole lot. And now... Okay, so you can get out, but there's a level 1 hazard on the planet, so you can't stay out forever. We have to back into the Mako. We did that. Over there first. My god, they managed to improve this thing by like the smallest measurable fraction. It's slightly more responsive than it was in the original, but that's about it. What I'm curious here is, how did you know it still controls poorly, Mitchell? Oh, Lord. Oh my lordy. Still have the repairing system. Okay, this is different. It did not used to take this long. Another one of the matriarch's writings. And there's a special thing up here that's not on the map. Go see what it is. Come on. Mountain goat all up in this bitch. Thorium deposit. Alright, let's go back for the stronghold over here. I think we can even see it technically right there. Did I actually hit them from out here? Oh wow, I can't actually see the little dirt clods. Uh-oh. Let's do this. Oh my lord. Oh my god, there was someone in there. Oh, shoot. Forgot you can actually have car combat in this this game. That's always fun. Put little spikes in here just to mess with me. Alrighty then. Get out of here. And into here. Now, you never have any idea what these buildings are actually going to hold. With some of the games, you can determine, say, yes, you know, I know I'm coming here, I know I'm doing this, whatever. But sometimes like this, you're just exploring, like you just found this building. Well, that's cool. Oh, don't tell me. Did I... Is it randomly generated? No. Okay, so I lost all that progress. I don't save nearly enough in this game. I'm trying to remember if you can buy upgrades for the Mako or not. I don't think you can. You can also die when you're in the Mako. In that car combat thing there, people can actually, you know, get blown up if you're in the car. Okay. You know, we have not looked at equipment in a while. And all these other things too. I gotta learn to sell them if I don't want them. Permadeath for companions? I mean, that would basically throw the whole writing scheme out the window, but sure. Oh god, yeah, I remember all the times I was trying to turn around and I wound up driving backwards. Any big plans for tomorrow? Anybody?
I'm on my way.
Yeah, you know, the more I drive the Mako around, the more I remember my frustrations about this game.
I'm on my way.
Watch more gymnastics, play video games, watch YouTube, maybe more makeup. Maybe don't rush right in the middle like I typically do. Nah. Still no PT call? I'm sorry, man. Oh, you guys are the reasons I died last time. Sorry, buddy. Hey, another level up. Flankers, not your incompetence. Well, ideally I would have, dealt with the flankers, so... Don't worry, I'm still not calling myself competent. I know you hate it when I have some semblance of, self-esteem. Oh, I should not be standing by a giant fuel tanker. That would be bad. Still want you to get a bigger head than the one you already got. But how would that be possible?
All targets down.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Sorry, leading these slavers into Sanadonti as an important ambassador on the Citadel are sisters. Well, that's nifty. God, I wish I could just jump over that ledge. I went too far. Good news is the plan is done now. So, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I love about this game is that you can, you know, accidentally find yourself on, think... Yeah, I think we're ready to return to Normandy. $50 Amazon gift card for your birthday? First birthday gift in over a decade. What should you buy? Books. Oopsie. I always do that. So we've done the Macedon system. Let's do the Athens system. Something on salamis. Oxygen. Okay. Probably left over Christmas. Why books? Because you like books. Because books get you up and seated. You guys can figure out my system. I'm trying not to find her at first. Just because I want to get all this other stuff here before I go grab Boo. I don't think there can ever be...
I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Okay. Remember that for that one. So for all the surveying I'm doing, I know it went past kind of quickly in the quest log there, but that's actually a quest here for surveying light minerals, heavy minerals, gases, and something else. Go back to you. I think I remember what this is, but I'm not sure. We'll mix it up here for Mitchell. I was gonna say, Caden has got to be like super far behind. Well, it's who I chose. Alright, so 1, 2. Check out the stress signal. But see, that's what I love about this game too. I mean, I wasn't expecting to find a distress signal here on the planet, but I did, so now I'm gonna go take care of business. I think I remember what's here. Yep. Yep. So see, that's cool, right? No, but like for people who are just getting used to actually playing the game. That's what I meant. Starship Troopers is a great movie. It's okay because I just saved right here. Think of the experience points. Where is he? One dead Thresher Maw coming up. Casper Von Diem shows his buns in that movie. Very nice. Alrighty then.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
These are Admiral Galloway's men. We need to tell them what happened here. Yes, sir.
I just wish we could turn it off, you know? Commissary built these things to last. Alright. It's actually going pretty well. Mitch must have made it. I'll be sure to ask them the next time I see them. I never understood why I had to do this for bodies, too. You guys enjoying the game? I hope you're enjoying the game. They made the good stuff great and the bad stuff be a little bit more bearable. All I can really ask for. Back to the Normandy. Game sucks, play Fortnite. You're enjoying? Good. I believe that's the right planet, so we're gonna check out the other ones. One of you has to let me survey. How far away from 3 hours? Don't know. Life improved to extremely increase. I needed this. She's asleep. She's fine. Besides, I'm ending right here. Looks like we're gonna have to pick up Boo Thang in our sweet ride. Next. You know what? Just for funsies. Spoken like a husband. No, truthfully, I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to fall asleep at the wheel here.
Strange readings? Really strange, like off the day.
Because yeah, in order to get to where we need to go, do all of this. Oh god, he needs 26 points. I could play a Warzone game or two and then some snap, then go to sleep. Okay. Fair enough.
Charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
So, that'll be it for us today. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you enjoyed here in Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Episode 2. Get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty of help. And we've already had one person in the audience call us out for, is this a really realistic dynamic to expect from a character when, you know, especially when they've had such a difficult background. So, the psychology of recovering from this trauma, definitely not simple, but it leads to some interesting conversations about what do things look like now for someone who has been so traumatized throughout their life. So, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be awesome to continue this on even more next time. Now, I do need to be clear about something, as this Thursday stream. By all typical rights, I would stream again on Saturday. There is a chance, there is a decent chance that I'm either not going to be able to stream on Saturday or that I'm going to be very late. I'm going to a wedding. So that's what I will be doing. We are really just gonna have to see. I don't know what time we're getting back. We're not far from where the wedding is, where the reception is, but we're just gonna have to see and, you know, do the best we can. And I will let you guys know on Twitter what the plan is. But for now, check us out on social media. Have a great time. Make some friends. Have some fun. Until next time, whenever that is. Stream at the wedding. Duh. Until next time. Peace out.